Hi, loves. So let's talk. I remember one time I had a friend, and God told me that she was only gonna be in my life for a season, and I was okay with that. I mean, it was hard. I can't say I was okay with it. It was hard, but God did tell me she was only gonna be in my life for a season. And what's so crazy is to me, like I was thinking about relationships and traditional versus let's get it in, wop wop, right now, and it really triggers something for me because I think we're living in a time now where we all know we're very overly sexualized. Women are owning their sexuality, do know, what they got and how it work and how it pop, and that's what's up. Like that is, same with guys. They've been doing it for years. Like that's what's up. However, we are living in a world right now where our new generation is starting to really, in my opinion, fall completely out of custom of traditional ways of meeting people, traditional ways of getting together. And what I'm really trying to get to is like the core of relationships, like actually building the foundation of relationships. That's what we're getting away from. We're getting away from foundation in relationships. And I had some premonitions about this based on of my old friend. So I had a friend, I won't mention no names, I'm talking about two people. My first person, me and her were pretty close, and I remember one time, like, I was talking to this guy, and I've been talking to him for a while. Now, see, I'm the type of chick where I got this rule about me. I'll share it. If I get with you and we, do what we do right away, that's how I see you. That's how I see you from that moment on to moving on. That's how my mind works. That is something that I have always followed. And honestly, it actually has proven and shown me the true colors of a lot of men by doing that. Now, if we get together and I see you're not entertaining that and you're not engaging that you actually want to get to know me, take me out, like us really getting to know each other, then you got a shot, okay? Like you got a shot, hands down, no problem, unless you start tripping, But it really made me think about my friend, because I remember one time I was talking to a guy and I was talking to him for a while, and I remember, girls get together, guys, y'all do it too, and we chopping it up, and like, I'm telling her how he is and blah blah, like giddy, and then of course she's like, oh my god, how's sex? Like, like that's of course right on her mind, like, oh my god, how is it? And I will never forget her face when I told her, what are you talking about? We're not doing that. We ain't whoop de whoop boop boop boop. Like we ain't done that yet. What you mean? And I remember she was like she was frazzled that I told her that. You know what I mean? Like she was genuinely like in disbelief of me. Like I really saw on her face that she didn't believe me. And I was like, and I remember I was like, girl, like, no, like, I'm actually really getting to know this guy. Like, he's actually really taking me on dates. Let me break that down for some of y'all. See, in this new generation, dating's even different. It ain't even the same. For me, traditional dating is you're taking me out on a couple of dates. I'm probably going to take you out on a couple of dates too. Like movies, I don't know, a picnic, a walk at the park. I like my park. So something like, to me, that's dating. And that's what me and this guy was doing. And it was really good. It was really wonderful. Other things played in a part to where us maturely knew, like, okay, cool, like this ain't gonna work right now at this time, but we knew that. And I felt like we were able to make a clear decision of that because we ain't whoop de whoop yet, However, back to my friend, like it just really baffled me how much she didn't believe me. And a part of me, like, I won't lie, I knew God was testing me. I knew he was trying to teach me something within it, and he did. He definitely did, because there was a moment where I felt weak and I felt pressured and I felt tempted from our conversation about this and her energy about, how come, why not? You know what I mean? Like that, that was the energy. Like, how come, why not? Like, why haven't y'all? Like, how come? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, it quickly turned into oh shoot, I'm not doing my duty. Oh my God, you're right. It's been too long. Like, I gotta do that with him or he gonna leave. So I did start feeling like, okay, maybe I should. And it's crazy because I didn't. I definitely got the strength, and I don't even know how, because he was looking good, but I got the strength and I was like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. This is boundaries that I have set for myself. Like, I'm not doing it. And I'm glad I didn't, because now, like, looking back on that and kind of reflecting on the world right now, not even just the new generation, okay? This is a whole 360 like conversation right now, okay? I like to put movies and celebrities, and I tie everything with everything, okay? Like, so I hope you following me. You will follow me. I promise you will. But I just hope I don't scare you, okay? With the things that are connected that a lot of us like don't see, but it's hiding in plain sight. Like, eyes wide shut. That's a real thing. Like, okay. But yeah, like, so I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. So yeah, so she, it was crazy because I broke past that temptation, and I thank God for that, and I kept pushing. But I look at some of these celebrities, and this ain't just about the new generation. I look at celebrities, I look at the statuses on our IGs of couples. Lord, now tell me y'all don't know some couples on y'all IG page, and y'all know what date they started dating, y'all know if they still together, y'all know when they had their first argument, y'all know when they broke up. Tell me y'all don't know that stuff. Why? Because we put these timelines literally on IG of our relationships, and it's almost like that. To me, that's the new dating. Like, making it IG official, and like, now don't get me wrong, of course, if you in a relationship, like, you want to show your boo-boo off, do that, of course. But I feel like some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It gets to a point where that's all it's about. That's all your relationship is about, is this IG post. I'm talking to you couples. That's all y'all dating is about, is let me do this on Snapchat. Let me do this on IG. Let me post this on Facebook Live. Like, like, it's crazy, because it's just like, we don't need to do that. Like, we don't have to do that. I don't say we don't need to do it. We don't have to do that, And I was going to tell y'all about another friend, and this one was a guy. So I was younger, and I remember this guy, he told me, we were having a real deep conversation about relationships, and, I'm always intrigued with how men think. I really am. Like, I'm always intrigued with how men think of things and how they see things, because I think there's a wider scale and a umbrella of conversations and different things that really do need to be talked about from men that are ignored. Because society, tells us like, oh, no, you're a man, you don't have to have that conversation. But no, we're going to have that conversation. Like, we need to. So this was one of those conversations. And I had mad respect for him for, us really going in on it. So me and him started talking about relationships, and he told me, I will never forget this. I probably never forget this for the rest of my life, to be honest. He told me straight up that I told him, hey, I'm traditional. I'm a country girl. That's probably not going to change out of me. Like, like, when I meet anyone, boyfriend, friend, even just seeing how it goes. I am traditional, and he told me straight up out his mouth. Y'all know some guys be blunt, okay? But I prefer it that way. He told me right away, he was like, if you stay with that process and that mentality, he said, if you make that choice, you will be left behind. He told me that straight up. Like, and honestly, I wasn't hurt that he told me that, but think, once again, this is reflection hour. Okay, I'm just reflecting with you. When I think back, it's like, that actually is hurtful to hear, because it's like, it's one thing to advise someone like, oh, maybe you should spice it up. Like, okay, you can still keep your traditional things, but maybe you should, start dating online, or maybe you should do, something. And he did advise me, like, later on, like, try dating online. So he did make an effort. However, the way our conversation started, he was making sure I knew, like, I was going to be left behind if I stayed in my traditional ways. And now, like, I'm secure, crown, proud. Okay. I'm okay with talking about this and really reflecting and realizing, I don't want to say that was an ignorant comment, because I actually don't believe it was an ignorant comment, but it's a sad comment. It's a realization comment of, in that moment. And mind you, this was actually a couple years. God, this was a couple years, I want to say, before Facebook, like, got their, like, video stuff. I want to say, like, yeah. But yeah, so he, him being so bold about it and saying that, I appreciate that. But, now that I'm in the stance in my womanhood and my higher self right now as a divine feminine, I just realized, like, wow, like, that actually is sad, because if you're thinking like that, how many other men and women are thinking like that my traditional ways are gonna make me be left behind? Meaning, aka, you're gonna be by yourself, you're gonna be lonely? Really? I mean, let's dive in just a little bit, just a little bit. It's funny that someone could tell someone, because I know there's a lot of women and men out there that do still believe in traditional stuff. I see it on IG. I see those little memes, and whoever is making those memes, they feel that stuff, okay? That stuff is coming from their heart, that are like, oh, what happened to us going on days? What happened to really Netflix and chilling? Like, why does everything have to be a sexual exploit? Like, people, come on. Like, we all play a part of it. I do, like, we all play a part of it, but it's like, I think it's time for us to really open our eyes and realize, like, that is what's going on. Like, everything is being about, the bang bang, thank you ma'am, like, thank you, like, like, tooted and booted. Like, do we all got a toot and boot? Like, I mean, some of us just want to, drink some soda, pop some popcorn,